Guys, it's not easy. Today I'm kind of emotional. I heard something from this guy that makes me so emotional. And it's the truth. Nobody will tell you the truth. They say the truth is a bitter pill. Whether you like it or not, you need to swallow it to cure you. You understand? This boy was talking about Africa and living abroad, how the double standard we are living here in abroad. And it's not easy. When you listen to this guy, you will see that, yeah, this guy, I don't know how much old he is, but he looks matured for what he's saying. And he's from East Africa, somewhere like Eritrea or Ethiopia, one of these countries. And just watch it.
Some of us were just children when we left Africa, too young to understand why our parents took only what they could carry in their hands, on their backs and in their hearts, and walked away from everything and everyone they knew. We didn't understand the fear in their eyes when the plane took off. We didn't understand the silent tears they tried to hide as the land disappeared beneath the clouds. All we knew was that we were going somewhere better. But nobody warned us about this part. America is the land of opportunity, but it is also a test. Our parents came here with hope that their children would have the life they never had. But growing up here, many of us got lost. We went to school with kids who had everything: nice clothes, nice houses, new phones, money. We didn't want to be the African kid, so we changed our voice, our style, our behavior. We hid who we really were.
He talked a lot how their families evacuate from Africa to go to America, and how it is. And that's how it is everywhere in this world. There are some South Africans are traveling to West Africa, West Africans traveling to East Africa, East African people travel to North Africa, North Africans traveling to South Africa. It's like that everywhere, because you think like, yeah, your government is not doing well, your country is not doing well to help you out. You understand me? And this boy here, he talk about the children when they are they try to associate themselves like to be like an American. You're never an American. You are an African. Where you come from, it's better you speak your own tongue, your own voice. You don't need to copy someone, especially here in Europe, especially when you go to Italy or Germany. Children that are born there, they feel themselves like they are not Africans. And then when you try to talk to the person try to be timid, timid, pulling themselves back. But once you go to back home, the same food you're gonna eat fufu, you're gonna eat matoki, you're gonna eat the same African food. You are African. Why are you pretending outside, my people?
At home we were African. Outside we tried to be American. Inside we didn't feel like we belonged anywhere. And some of us learned about America the hard way, in the streets, in fast money, in problems, in trouble. Not because we were bad kids, Banaki, but because we were lonely kids trying to find acceptance and identity. Our parents were working night shifts, early shifts, double shifts, cleaning offices when everyone slept, packing boxes in warehouses, standing on tired feet for hours. So we could have food, school, shoes, and a future. And while they were breaking their backs for us, some of us were breaking their hearts without realizing it. A mother is sending money back home.
It's true. It's true. I don't know why this guy, what he think, and then he started to talk about this. Maybe this is the time that he's facing the reality in his life. Because in Ghana we used to say that everybody has become kid before, but once you are adult, you nobody has become an adult in their life. You understand me? So that's how this life has become. So I don't know why he's talking about this thing, and then this is how we work here. Myself, if you see me, I don't post too much because of I'm doing job, I'm working, going double jobs. Weekends, it's really hard even to find me at home. That's how it is. You see couples that living in a house, they don't see each other. They just wake up early. When they go out early in the morning, somewhere 4 a.m. and come back in the night somewhere 10 a.m. where the children are sleeping. The children don't get the family love. They don't get the father love. They don't get anything. You understand? So it makes the children desperate to go outside to look for survivor, making stop troubling and things and that. You understand me?
To feed family in Africa and feed her children here, carrying 2 worlds on her shoulders every single day. A father is lying to his old friends back home, saying his child in America is doing great. even though he goes to bed every night not knowing. Cousins back home say, "You're lucky. You're in America." But they don't see the pressure on our chest, the identity crisis in our mind, the silent battles we fight every single day. And here is the part nobody says out loud. A single decision, one mistake, one bad decision, one wrong place at the wrong time can change your entire life.
One bad place and one bad wrong time, or what you say, one wrong place and one wrong time. It's not easy. Me, when I grew up and I want to travel to come to Europe, I never knew what I'm coming to do, to be honest, because I guess like everybody's going. That's why I need to live in that country. That's why I left. And now I find myself here in Europe. I do my best to survive and make the other ones also back home to survive. One man in Ghana says that we live in abroad, we are slaves to our families. Yes, it is. Every month you work, once you just see your pay slip, that's the time that you start spending, because you need to sign up your bills, you need to sign up your house rent and things and that. Then the money that remains, now you want to think, okay, how much am I going to give this one in back home? How much am I going to give the other one in back home? Then at last, you are in the house in Europe and you have nothing left. If you tell them down there that, in Africa, that, you are struggling, nobody believes you. And I don't know, because of how our predecessors has done before I don't know.
Life forever. Friends will move on with or without you. The streets will replace you the second you're gone. But family will carry the pain forever. And through all of it, the pain, the confusion, the mistakes, one truth never changed. We are loved. Our parents crossed deserts, oceans, refugee camps, borders, not for themselves, but for us. Not so we could be feared in the streets, but so we could be safe. Not so we could just survive, but so we could become something bigger. So to every African kid in America who feels lost, misunderstood, angry, alone, who thinks friends are more important than family, who thinks the streets will pay more than a job, listen, that is not why we were brought here.
This is how we're saying, and it quite reminds me a child that has been stubborn in UK, a Ghanaian child that has been too much stubborn in UK, stabbing people and then robbing people, and then the family decided to bring the kid home. The kid go back in Ghana and then go and sue his family that they deport him without his knowledge. And the guy went to UK embassy and then sued the family, find a lawyer. But when the UK sit down and they look the situation, because the child has been arrested many times and things and that, the UK government say that, he needs to be there and go to school. While he's there, he's going to school, he needs to be there. He needs to stay there for a main time to go to school. So this time, the parent has got upper hand. And it is good idea. But once we live in here in Europe, I don't know if we're going to die here or we're going to die and be buried in Africa. We don't know. As long as the what is the name? The Putin, Russia president says that Africa is just like a cemetery. They keep the money in the West. When they die, they bring their body home and then go and bury them. And it's true, my people. And this is what this boy is just saying. It really touched me, and then I want to share it.
And if you have already fallen, if you've made mistakes, gotten in trouble, or hurt people who love you, hear this clearly. You are not a failure. You are not broken. You are not worthless. It is never too late to change your life. You don't need to prove anything to your friends. You only need to prove something to yourself. No matter how far you've gone, you can always come back to your family, to your purpose, to the real you. The streets do not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. What defines you is who you choose to become from this moment forward.
That's it. What defined you is true of you, what you want to become best. Not going to be a drug addiction or drug addiction or whatever. The only thing you can do is be focused and then try to be your best and then learn how to become a better person. This guy, he really talks sense, and I really appreciate him. And I wish I can get him one-on-one, then we can talk about life. Because most of East Africa, especially when you meet Ethiopians, you meet, Eritreans, when you meet, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and then those East Africans, when you talk to them, the way their brain is really sharp and open. Kai, I really like these guys. But sometimes one of the things that I don't like is that Some of them are much racist. Yes, especially when you meet them in the warehouse where you're going to work, and they try to do concern to be biting you so that they will kick you out of the company. And then sometimes I talk to myself like, if they kick me out of the company, they fired me, my salary will not be added to your salary. So why will you go and be backbiting me so that the boss will fire me, my people? Today, this is the end of the episode, my people. Try to subscribe, comment, and then leave your comment under the comment section, my people. Adios.